how do y'all feel about Jimmy Butler taking that shot? Because me personally, I'll let y'all go and then I'll answer afterwards.
Go ahead, John. You go first.
I'm okay with him taking the shot, but I have my own personal opinions about the shot. No, because I'm okay with him taking it, right? Like he's earned the right to take that shot, but why? Like I really do wonder why. Like what's wrong? What's so wrong with giving Boston the final shot and then trying to go to overtime? But at the same time, like I'm totally okay with him taking that shot. I have no problem taking it, but he's a 23% 3-point shooter in the playoffs. He's been even worse. I think he's been around like 19% in the playoffs. Like, and he had the lane. He had the, it's like there would have been a contest at the rim, but I like Jimmy Butler versus whoever they got, down there. Like, I'm just saying, like, it doesn't matter who's down there. Like, I like Jimmy versus whoever's down there. So, I don't understand it. Maybe he was tired. Maybe he was like, if we go to overtime, like LeBron, when we had that 50-point game, if we go to overtime, it's gonna end uglier than what this game ended. So let's just go for the win. Let's go for the win and whatever. But I don't know how much went actually through his head in that short amount of time. So I don't want to sit there and say like, oh, he thought this or that or. So I'm okay with him taking the shot. He earned that right. He definitely did. But was it the right basketball play? That's for the numbers people to argue. I have my own opinions about that.
Honestly, it was a bad shot because you left a lot of time.
I was just about to say it.
It was 17 seconds. I'll rewatch the play. He shot the ball with 17 seconds left. Now I can see if it was 5, 7 and lower, but you got 17 seconds. An NBA game, I mean, didn't Tracy go for like 13 points in 11 seconds or something crazy? That's a lot of time.
Yeah, right. Real quick, and why don't you continue that? But like real quick, that's the thing is like people keep saying, well, if you went for 2 and tied, Boston still would have had the final shots. Like they would have had the final shot either way. I'm confused.
Right,
exactly. And they would have only been up 1. So no matter what, any shot would have won the game. It doesn't matter. But continue. Yeah.
My point exactly. So my thing is, rewatching the play. If Jimmy decided to drive, he would have pretty much met Al Horford at the rim. Al Horford maybe
just space.
And the reason I say that because Al was already on his heels. Jimmy already had him on his heels, and Brown was in that corner right by Miami's bench. So maybe you got you meet both of them at the rim, but I think 9 times out of 10 you get that foul. Jimmy's gonna get that foul.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't count on that. I mean, a lot of refs don't want to end the game on a foul, but he's blowing by.
No, well, you don't end the game, but you put him on the charity strike.
He was going to say he was definitely about to blow past Horford. I would have about to say if anything, Jaylen Brown would have probably met him at the rim. If anything, but like John said, I still like Jimmy's chances against Brown, especially just based off of how.
But that's what I'm saying. You got it in your favor. Why settle for a jump shot?
Yeah, because Brown has to come.
I felt like he thought he was hot. You feel me? So he just thought, maybe this would set the tone. I could change the momentum of the game right here. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, we're starting off what you said. It was just the fact of how much time you had left over though. Like that 17 seconds, it wasn't called for you. It wasn't called for you to pull up for that 3, like you said, because you had Horford on his heels and you had Brown in the corner, who was possibly, of course, he was going to probably challenge Butler if he got past Horford, but Butler was definitely going to, blow past Horford. So I just don't understand why
Horford did. Horford had no chance of defending that shot.
Well, you at least guarantee yourself to tie the game, at least.
Either, like you said, either to get met at the rim or to at least draw the foul. I feel like it's a 50-50 chance he definitely would have got that foul call for sure.
100%.
So even if he does get foul call, even if he does get the foul, he goes to the line and it's still 17, 15 seconds left. So, I mean, like you said, either way, Boston is still going to get the last shot regardless, but at least it would have been a tie game, instead of, you try to pull up for that 17. I mean, that 3-pointer with 17 seconds left. So I just think it was good shot. Bad timing.
Go ahead. Yeah, we're definitely not saying the 2-pointer was easy, but Brown was on the opposite side of the rim. He would have attacking from the right. Brown would have had to come literally under the rim and try to block that shot. Horford had no chance of guard.
Well, it would have been like a no. It's
like
it's iffy because you mess with angles at that.
It's point. So the concept is, let's say 50%. And I don't know the actual numbers, but I'm saying like roughly 50%. He had a chance of tying the game, as compared to a 20% chance of winning the game, right? So that's the thing is like if you're that's what people are debating is like, do you take the right because he's not guaranteed to win or to tie the game either. So but at the same time, like the chance was much higher of tying than winning. So it's like which do you go for? Like if you go for the lower chance shot, it's any kind of gamble you make, right? You go for the tougher bets, but you win a lot more, right? So. The only thing we can say for sure is what he says. He says I was just going for the win. He didn't whatever. But if that's the case, then you have to chase down that rebound, man. You can't.
But that's the thing for me though is just the fact that Butler's in the press conference was like he was comfortable with taking that shot, and I just feel like he really can't be comfortable taking that shot, especially like I said with 17 seconds left. I mean,
then you're not even a known jump shooter.
It's facts, and that's what I'm saying. I just feel like he has to know that situation a little bit better. You know what I'm saying, with that time management, I should say. You got to be able to, I get that he must have thought that he might have changed the momentum because of how well he was playing throughout the game, but I just feel like his time management was just a little off in those last 17 seconds.
But I mean we are not. This is not like criticism Butler. He earned the right to take that shot. We're just saying, from a basketball standpoint, this is give the ball to Marshawn Lynch. It's not guaranteed to go in either, but you give the ball to that's just what you do, right? And for years, the Seahawks get criticized for that. But, it's a different when the player gets to make the decision than when the coach gets to make the decision. Jimmy got to make that decision. He earned the right to make that decision. And, it just didn't go. If he would have hit it, man, it would have been, and he'd be a legend.
And I'm glad you brought that up because Eric Spoelstra said the same thing. He said he was okay with Jimmy taking that shot. And he even said, like, if the tables were turned and he hit the shot, it'll be a different storyline. So, I mean.
But then too, what coach ain't comfortable with their best player taking the three?
I mean, true. But I mean, at the same time, like John said, though, he's earned the right.
No, I'm just saying, what coach going to criticize their best player? And be like, oh no, he shouldn't have took that. No,
I mean, we see it throughout the season. He doesn't mind bashing Jimmy if need be. You know what I'm saying? Right. So,
but I'm saying in that fashion, win or go home. You ain't gonna be like he was stupid. He shouldn't have took that. You're gonna be like, hey.
I mean, I'm just saying. I feel like Spoelstra and Jimmy got that type of relationship where, like, if Spoelstra really wanted to say that, he would have said it about Jimmy, and Jimmy would have did nothing but respect it, honestly. Because I mean, we looked at it before. I mean, throughout the season, they. Butted heads before, and then.
But I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is it's different when it's game 40 and you miss a game tying or going ahead 3, and it's the game 7 of the conference final. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
All right.
Yeah, like you can criticize them then because you still got 50 games left.
Right,
so, they ain't gonna kick you while you're down after game 7. Like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, if he hits that game-tying shot and they win in overtime, he's still a legend. So, like, it's not like he's not a legend for night. So, either way, he would have been a legend. They just chose to go out that way. But, hey, you know what? That happens. Like I said, I totally okay with him taking that shot. Obviously, of all the stars in the finals, in the playoffs, he's not the best three-point shooter. His numbers in Chicago were good. They were not great, but they were solid numbers, his three-point shooting numbers. In Minnesota, they were solid. In Philly, they were down, but they were okay for a start.
He had a lot around him, too.
Yeah, but his three-point shooting is in the tank right now. I mean, it's pretty bad. I mean, it's pretty bad. Statistically, yeah, if you're a numbers person, sure, it's not a great shot. But if you're a basketball person, man, who doesn't want him taking and hitting that shot? Like,